We are live and we need to be scooched over. Perfect.
Hey everybody, welcome to Portfolio Reviews, and we are live. We are doing this live. This is episode 30. I am the guy that's going to tear you guys down. I'm going to make you better artists, one live stream at a time. So my name's RT Bear, 35 years in the comics industry. Marvel, DC, you name it. I probably have worked on it. Spider-Man, X-Men, Superman, Batman. Yeah, I've done it all. So without further ado, as always, reading the chats and keeping me honest is Taylor Grosso.
Hi everybody, I'll be reading your chats today. Welcome to episode 30. Can you believe it, Art? It's been 30 episodes.
30. We've been doing this for a while. We were just projecting like where we'll be a year from now. So we're already pretty successful. What are we? We're inches away from monetize. What do they call that?
Yes.
Monetization.
Yes, that's right. We're really close. We're less than 100 away from finally monetizing this account. So you guys, it's really important to us if you want to help out this channel that you like this stream, help boost our views a little bit, because we need a couple more views to get there. I think we can get there today. So help us out by liking this video for one thing, and stick with us. Hang for the portfolio review.
We are so close. So close.
What's up, Starman? We got Ray Thulu and Starman.
He's a Starman.
Argos, John Jones. Good turnout, guys. Welcome.
Yes, welcome. Welcome to the party, pal. Okay, so we got some people that need to be shaped up or shipped out. I'm trying to be a tough guy, but I can't do it. I'm just too soft on everybody. So, like Taylor said, this is episode 30, so let's get on with this. So, we have a pinup. It looks like a photograph. No name in the file, of course.
This guy's breaking all the rules.
Okay, I don't see a name on the artwork.
By the way, you guys, we are in need of a portfolio review submission, so if you or somebody you know wants to be judged by an over 30-year vet in the comic industry, you can send your files over to our, we have a MediaFire account. I'll link it in the description. And please include your name in the file next time you guys send something, just because it's easier. And scans are always, appreciated.
Yeah, good scans. Yes, so I wish I could give this person credit. I'm just going to call him Strathmore. At least it's good paper he's drawn on. So this is Spider-Man. I'm sensing a theme with the web and the Spider-Man and what is going on here. This is really good. This is very kinetic. I like the energy in
that looks
this.
hard to erase.
Yeah, you don't make mistakes when you draw like this. It's hard to erase. Erase. I usually like to go composition first. There's a grid in the background. I think what I would do initially, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm actually gonna do this right this time. I'm learning from my mistakes, so I duplicated the layer so I can go back. I think what this needs is the building needs to feel like it's coming forward.
Is that a building?
I think so. I'm not sure now that you mention it. I thought these were windows. If so, they're really small windows.
Yeah, genuinely trying not to be like sarcastic or anything, but I don't even understand why they did like a grid, because they just penciled over it like as if it's supposed to be black. So I didn't even know. I guess it is.
Yeah, I thought it was a building. This is kind of like the uh, the iconic Spider-Man pose coming down a building side. So, see, just by doing that, you can already see how the Spider-Man figure fits in here a little bit better, and it looks more dynamic. So, you guys, I always talk about like perspective, and perspective is a subliminal finger pointing where you want it to go. And so by doing this, you're giving movement and you're kind of pointing the finger like directly at you. You're bringing the eye forward right here into the figure. So I highly recommend when you guys construct these drawings to keep perspective in mind. And look what I just did. Now I can make it easy on myself.
Ooh.
Do 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 do.
It's coming alive before our very eyes.
Do, do.
No, I think that really does help because I didn't read that. I don't know if the chat is with me, but I didn't read that as a building when I first saw it.
So you can already see it's looking a lot more dynamic than originally. It's a good drawing.
John Jones says, I don't really want to be a professional comic book artist, but I would like to improve on my drawing. Could I just send some pics and get those reviewed, or does it have to include sequential art too?
Oh, it can be anything. I really do prefer sequential, but if it's pinups, like this is a pinup, this is just a single one-off. So, yeah, it's cool. Whatever you want to send, we'll talk about it.
Yeah,
you know what? I'm looking at this, and it almost looks like, you know, those films where they have drawings come to life on a table
because the photo's tilted.
Yeah, and with these lines here and the way the table is, it looks like he just popped up out of the table and he's coming out.
Yes, it does.
He's animated. Okay. Can I erase these? Yeah.
Gary Shipman says, good advice, Artie Bear.
Gary Shipman.
Thanks for joining us, you guys. We have a pretty good turnout right now.
Yeah. And if you guys don't know who Gary Shipman is, go to his YouTube channel. He's a really good artist. And he's got an art book right now on Indiegogo. I believe it's in demand right now.
Go check it out, you guys.
I stayed up late trying to help him fun one night on Mike's channel. You're welcome, Gary. Where's my flowers? I want my flowers.
Do flower emojis count?
They do. I'll take it. I'll take whatever I get. So what I'm doing, this is still not quite... but we were talking about if these are windows, then they should probably be bigger. So let's make them bigger. Boom. So also by doing this, we're moving, the squares are getting bigger, the windows are getting bigger as they come forward.
Perspective. Ooh, we almost said it at the same time.
Perspective. It's your best friend. Become friends with perspective. Introduce yourself. Say hi. Hi, perspective. I'm Strathmore. I'm just going to call this guy Strathmore. Hi, everyone. I'm Strathmore.
Strathmore's a cool name.
That would be a cool name. What if his name really was Strathmore?
So he just felt like he needed no introduction.
Yeah. Look at that. Okay, there you go. There you go, Strathmore.
Big difference.
Okay. I'm going to bust your hump here, Strathmore. This web does not serve this unless I'm not reading the background properly. So, as nicely as this web is drawn... Oh, shoot. Can't do that. That white is very white.
Con Rathov just joined us, says, hey, perspective. Hey, everyone.
Let's introduce ourselves. Hi. I'm Perspective, and I'll be your host.
That could be the name of your art book that everybody keeps requesting. Hello, Perspective.
Perspective. We have been talking about our next Indiegogo, Taylor and I. We have a few ideas.
Little bit.
How to follow up the black and the white, the day and the night.
Justice can only be black and white.
Strathmore Perspective.
And red all over.
And red all over. Okay, so we kind of got the background and we got our composition. I like at first I was thinking the composition was a little flat, but as soon as you put that grid in perspective, it starts looking dynamic. So I think all those slashes are rain because he's got like these little splashes around him. So these slashes right here are...
You are really good at reading this stuff because I didn't even pick up on that.
I believe they are rain. Okay, everybody, let's introduce ourselves to the rain. Hi, Rain.
I was wondering what it was because it looks like it's just indicated around his like butt and legs, like behind him. So I didn't really read it, I guess.
I just thought of something we should do, like art, the 12-step program where we all introduce ourselves. Hi, I'm R.T. Bear, and I'm a recovering inker.
Hi, R.T. Bear.
Hi, R.T. Bear. Okay, Strathmore, I'm going to try to be nice here. There's some weirdness. I like the pose, but let's see if we can do this. I think this arm needs to be moved in.
Yeah. Ambitious whenever people like start out drawing Spider-Man because of that web pattern. That's a make or break as far as drawing Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's one, but the cool thing about the Spider-Man pattern is once you get it down, you understand it. It's not that hard. It's just kind of time consuming, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can't figure out if this hand's coming. I think it's supposed to be coming forward, but the wrist, it looks like the arm's going this way kind of, and then the wrist and the hands coming this way. But this line overlaps, which usually makes it seem like it's coming forward. But if it's coming forward, I don't know if that hand would be in that position.
Con says, could you get away with shrinking the hand in a bit?
Yeah, the hands are too big, but I'm trying to figure out this arm right now.
Is it just the shape? Well,
I don't know if it's coming forward or if it's going down. Yeah, I might have to just not get into this right now.
I feel like at the Haunted Mansion where it's like, is this room stretching?
Is it actually stretching?
Is this Spider-Man's hand?
The glove line kind of goes in this direction, which makes it look like it's coming forward. So, I don't know, maybe if we... Maybe if the thumb is going down, like it's going down this way, because the fingertips look like they're already doing that. So it's like he's, so I don't know, maybe this, I'd maybe make the, I keep saying maybe. I'm sorry, guys.
Well, hypothesizing.
Something like that. So maybe the hand is coming or the arm's kind of coming forward, the hand's coming forward, but the fingertips are going down, so they attach to the building side. So we'll go with that for now. and find the costume line a little bit better. So he's got the neck.
Ooh, that's
He's got the neck here, but I don't think you'd see the neck.
crawling gecko style.
Yeah, it looks like there's a neck there too. So I don't think the neck would be there. So it's behind the head. So I think I'd bring this out and then kind of do the same thing as the other side. And have...
Do you think this is not like copy, but like influenced by another Spider-Man? It looks similar. It looks familiar to me.
So like Ramita or...
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. With a little bit of stylization on the hands and stuff. So I think this forearm, maybe I made the bit too long there. Since they have it on layers now, I can do this. Pop, bada, boo. So move the hand down. A little bit.
The left hand. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that looks a little better.
Khan says, "Behold, I am Gecko Man, bane of flies and salesman of reasonably priced insurance." You actually, do you remember, Art, you did a portfolio review of a character named Gecko Man?
Oh, that's right. He was on that rooftop with Gecko Chick or whatever she was.
Yes, there was a Gecko Man.
Gecko Man.
I was intrigued. I don't think the creator ever came forward. Oh no, maybe he was he present during that?
I don't remember.
This isn't Gecko Man's time. This is Strathmore's time.
This is Strathmore. Okay. Got a little lumpy back there the way I drew it, so I don't know, something like that. Gecko Man. So, and I believe leg is probably a little too long. So bring this up to the shorter. Let's see what that looks like.
Yeah, that looks better.
It's a little more solid. It's not bad. I think this really needed to come out, and this arm's pretty good, and this whole side. But this arm was, I think it was too thin, and it was a little misshapen. So
consistency is key.
Yeah, so I think if Strathmore was to... That's a odd shaped knee.
It doesn't have to be perfect. Just give them the idea. There we go.
Just needs, it's very pointed, but you guys get the idea. Just like, I think they were too long. So that's basically how I do that, and the spider needs to be more centered, I believe, on the back. It would help. So that's kind of that, Strathmore. I also don't think your shadow, this shadow that you put down, is helping sell the image. Let's see if I can do this. Bring this clarity. I don't know, maybe a little bit of a shadow. Maybe, stop saying maybe.
Yeah, I think it was just, that actually makes a big difference.
and make it like it's coming from one side. So make it like it's coming, like the light's coming in from over here across this way. So your shadows are here and then here. And then one thing I like to do is bring, sometimes if you bring the shadow like back from whatever part is coming forward, it pushes it forward.
Yeah, it's already kind of working that way.
So if you take this shadow away, and I'm not going to draw it in, but if you put the shadow over here, then it could work. I personally, I wouldn't do a shadow at all. I think it throws it off. Now that I look at the Spider-Man head, it might need to be a little bigger.
What do you think of the proportions overall?
What do I think?
Yeah.
I think it's pretty good. I mean, these are pretty minor tweaks. I think
it doesn't seem far off.
Yeah, I think if he just spent a little bit like more time being critical with the drawing, and that it's all freehand with the mouse.
Good job.
Boom! Look at that.
Pro.
Man, that is sweet. Is there a way to just show my drawing versus that?
Oh, there you go.
There it is. See, this is
before and after.
Okay, guys, there it is. I'm gonna start using these layers because it's like magic. Magical. So that's what I do, Strathmore. That's my 2 cents. Wow, this show just got production values.
Episode 30, stepping it up.
Stepping it up. After 30 episodes, I finally learned layers. Yeah.
Big difference, I think, personally.
Yeah, and I believe what I would do as well is simplify the rain. It's a little too much, excuse me. Movement going on. I think I would simplify that and try to clarify some of that rain. Gosh, I don't like this shadow.
Do you think this would be difficult to ink just because of the penciling method?
It's really heavy. It would definitely be hard to clean up.
Because I know
erase.
They're using standard comic-sized paper, so it seems like they have an intent to...
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know, obviously.
So that's what I would do. So I hope you liked that, Strathmore. We're going to call you Strathmore. Yeah, you guys, make sure, like, this is a photograph. It's always easier because the reason it's all gray, all this, it's not white, is because it's a photograph. Mm-hmm. So if you guys can give me scans, I can do a better job with this. But I'll deal with whatever you send, but I would rather it that way. And also, if it's a flat scan, then I can judge it better because this is, the artwork is already in perspective going this way. So it'd be better if I could see it flat so I would know exactly what's going on. This page ends up looking way more dynamic just because of the photograph, because the paper's already going in that direction.
I wonder what it would look like if it was a straight up scan, if it would look anywhere near as dynamic, to be honest.
The thing is, it just reminds you of like one of those, well, especially in the pencil form, like it's one of those like drawings that it comes out of the paper and then just starts moving. Like it's in real life, like animation over like real footage. Okay, so there we go. We got that. And so we got a special treat for you guys. We got some really accomplished Pencils here.
And they included their name and the title, which is pretty
Thomas
cool.
Blake. Thomas Blake, you are pretty awesome, my friend.
Thomas Blake ASM. I'm guessing Amazing Spider-Man.
Yes.
Which when you abbreviate Spider-Man is separated by like a hyphen, huh? It's two Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. Wow.
It was definitely some time and energy, and you guys never underestimate level of commitment. Never underestimate that. Always put your best foot forward, and put everything you have into what you're showing people. If you're just sketching or drawing in your sketchbook or for yourself, it's different. But when you are drawing for somebody, always commit, because the reason this has the wow factor is because Thomas committed to this thing.
Yes.
There's time invested, there's energy. I mean, there's some stuff that's not quite right, but overall when you look at it, it's pretty stunning.
Impressive, definitely at first glance.
Yeah. So I don't know, Taylor, if you've ever seen like a stand-up comedian or a musician or something like that, and they're not like perfect, but they're just like fully committing to it, or like an actor, like it's bad material or something like that, but they're fully committing to it. So they sell it even though it's like a bad song, or it's bad writing for dialogue, or you know what I mean, like stuff like that, where you can take something that's bad, but if you fully commit to it, you can still make it, like you can elevate it, I guess.
It makes a big difference. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So having said that, now I'm going to have to hurt Thomas.
Aw. It's okay. Thomas submitted here. He wanted this.
Thomas wanted this. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this. One, start with a layer. Duplicate. Remember, guys, whenever you're in Photoshop, always duplicate first.
You never know when you might want to go back.
You never know. I think poor Spidey's got some hip dysplasia. It's usually just animals, right? Do humans get that?
I don't know.
I mean,
he's part spider.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this. Let's see.
Ooh, are you gonna morph this thing?
I'm gonna move his lower half. It might have been easier to do his upper half, actually. You know what? That's what I'm gonna do. Do. Man, I have that Final Countdown song in my head.
Dang, says Conrathov. Yes, I agree. I think the chat is into this piece.
Yeah, it's impressive.
Is he holding? Oh, he's holding a cell phone.
A cell phone, yeah.
Talking to Mary Jane. Wow.
Hey, I'm not going to be able to make our date tonight.
Again.
I'm beating this guy. I'm like falling mid-air with this with this Mole Man guy. Is that Mole Man? I don't know who that is.
I don't know. He looks like a homeless man.
Yeah, Mole Man.
Not wearing shoes.
Mole Man had no home.
Aww.
Okay. So, let's see. If actually, I don't know. Maybe I should have went with my original. He just, the upper and lower half doesn't look like it fit properly. It looked like the hip was being thrown out a little too much. The waist might be a little too
I see what you mean.
elongated as well. So let me straighten him up a little bit more. Does that look a little bit better?
Yeah, maybe I think you're right about the length. I didn't realize how long it was until you move it.
Well, I think what he did is he bent it so it didn't. If it was straight up and down, the shoulders would have been way up here. But he bent the torso, and to be honest, I don't think you bend that much in the middle part. You mostly bend here and here.
Yeah.
Your back, that is.
Yeah, that's a little exaggerated.
Yeah. Yeah, this is probably the best I'm going to be able to do. I hope you guys can see that.
Yeah, I think it's more clear now. I know it's kind of hard to see. There we go.
Mess up his amazing backgrounds.
Yeah.
It's just breaking my heart, but
he asked for this.
He wanted the best. All right, yeah. So that's my 2 cents with the Spidey torso. I still think it's a little bit too much. I'm gonna give me a red.
The thing is, like, sometimes when you're like, I didn't see how long it was until you moved it, and like sometimes you don't realize how off it is till you start changing it.
Yeah.
And then you see, like, you'll look back and be like, wow, I didn't realize it was that long.
I think if he smoothed out that front a little bit, it might be the key. And bring that shoulder up.
Yeah.
So it really is good. And like, that's why I was trying to say at the beginning, just the level of commitment is pretty awesome. And I'm just gonna have to bust another hump here.
We got some new people joining us right now. Hey, Durkin. Hey, everybody that's joining us right now. This is Thomas Blake Spider-Man that Art is doing a review of right now.
Yes, I'm trying to be gentle because this is pretty amazing, and I think Thomas has a lot of promise, but he's gonna have to do a lot of work. You have those, gosh, what are those ab ripples, the ribs ripples on the back right here. They're usually kind of right in this area here. They usually don't wrap the whole back like that. So I would get rid of those as well. So let's see what we had. We had this, and now we have this.
Oh, yeah. Wow, yeah.
So it's still not quite where it needs to be, but it's closer than it was. And but the movement, the composition, everything's great. Yeah, it's the Mole Man. Yeah.
Does this style remind you of anybody? I'm trying to think of someone to compare this guy's work to, and I'm coming up empty.
Yeah, I'd move this hand a little bit away.
Oh, wow. I didn't even know that was his hand.
Yeah, I don't know, like, I don't know yet. I wanted to go Ed McGuinness, but I don't think so. It's a little bit more, there's a lot of movement here. So this hand right here is, it's unexpressive, and I think when you pick a hand gesture for something, you have to figure out what this character's intent is. So is this character in a defensive or an offensive? Like, Is he afraid or is he gonna pummel Spider-Man? So this is kind of a semi fist. It's not quite a committed fist, but it's not exactly like like he's expressive, like oh my gosh, like I'm gonna die or something.
Yeah.
And it's not exactly a powerful fist either. So I think you need to decide, um, Thomas Blake, what the hand is going to be. Let me see if I can gesture something in. Like if it's going to be like, oh my gosh, like kind of hand, like
That actually looks pretty good.
like he's just kind of like like he's afraid, or if it should be a full on fist, like he's gonna punch Spider-Man. I think it's more like the open hand is probably the better way because unless you're going to follow it with Spider-Man getting punched and that phone getting knocked out of his hand, I don't think that fist should be ready to punch. Because it does seem like storytelling-wise, if there was a fist here, the next thing is that Mole Man would just smack Peter right in the face.
I like the hand to open because it's like he's deflecting, and he is falling.
Yeah, it's more like he's scared.
Yeah. It's fitting. Oh, it's a phone. Sister. Yeah.
Yeah, in Spidey's ear. My wife and kid are leaving me. They're gonna go do errands.
They'll be back.
Are you sure?
I mean...
Pamela, will you be back, please?
You just want me to make your sandwich for lunch.
Was it that obvious?
Yes.
I love her sandwiches.
They're very good.
Yeah, I think let's make this foot bigger.
Looks like Spider-Man is holding a cell phone. Yes, he is holding a cell phone to his ear.
Yeah, it's actually pretty darn cool. It's a pretty neat idea. I don't know. That foot still looks a little small for Mole Man. But the bigger this foot is, the more it's coming forward and the more it pushes this other leg back. And there's one, oh, it's a tangent. Ugh. Right here, Taylor, look at this.
Ooh, that's a bad one. Sorry, Thomas.
Because when I looked at this, I thought it was a shape.
I didn't know it was.
I was trying. Yeah, I was trying to figure out what it was. So this is one of those things.
That's strange, actually.
Really easy to fix. It's just even when this foot was smaller, it still bugged me. So you guys watch out for these because they'll create shapes that you don't intend and they make it harder to read the image. So see, well, you know what? Now that I did that, it just looks like an extension. Well, maybe if I do it this way, clean up this foot. I should just cut the foot out and made it bigger.
Is it Mole Man's jacket as title?
Yeah, it's the back of his jacket. So I don't know. I would probably not do it to begin with. It looks a little unnecessary, or maybe we should just call this episode Maybe. Maybe I should learn another word.
Perhaps.
Perhaps. I don't know. Anything you do, it just looks, it doesn't work to me. So, if it doesn't fit, you must acquit. So, let's acquit this. All right.
That would make Stan Lee proud right there.
Ooh, that was a Stan Lee-ism. Yeah, we lost Stan the man. Taylor and I we're sad, but we're using it as like, I just keep thinking about how amazing his life is or was and just trying to celebrate just all. I mean, look at this. This would not exist. We would not be talking about this if it wasn't for the man.
Exactly.
So.
Durakin says, perchance. No one ever says perchance anymore.
I will, for the rest of this, I will try to remember perchance.
Title suggests possibly. Durakin says, I have no idea how you are so good with the mouse. That's insane.
Years of practice. I have a Wacom. Everybody says, oh man, I'll tell you, I've tried. I don't like it. I sincerely don't like it. I like this better. So, other than this upper torso, the other things were kind of minor. So, doot, 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 doot. Doot, 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 doot. Hey, we're doing like old Flash animation.
we are.
All right, here we go. Bump, 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 bump. There's a little delay on the screen. Bump, 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 bump. I like that he's even doing the jazz hands. Watch Mole Man. Bop, bop.
Bends the torso,
Bop.
and he sighs.
Bop.
Breaks perspective.
Just like whatever. Possibly.
With his thighs. They look a little long.
Was that the word I'm supposed to use? Possibly?
Possibly.
Possibly.
We've been trying to get a stretch goal for our mouse cam. Picture in picture.
Oh man, I love this face, but I'm gonna have to hurt poor Thomas Blake again.
TC says, I come for the art reviews and stay for the impromptu singing.
Well, I tell you guys, I have that stupid Final Countdown song in my head. Have you ever just woke up and it's like you have like a song and
yes.
you just can't, it'll stay in your head all day.
I was working all night listening to, again, the Paul Stanley tell-all book. And I had that stupid I Was Made for Loving You song in my head since last night.
I tell you, once you hear that song, you can't get it out of your head. Now, thank you. You put that in my head, so. Tonight. That's my favorite part when he's all melodramatic. Goes, tonight.
He was very proud of that song.
Girl, I was made for you. And girl, you were made for me. You know what? That would be a great Disturbed. And girl, you were made for me. You know how melodramatic that guy
I could
is?
see him doing that.
Bop.
Let's see. James Hayes says, I admit I'm not happy with the Mary Jane because I expect her to look like a model. Like a model and not the plus size of short. She does look a little...
Oh, this girl is major plus size.
Actually, she's really thick.
I'm sorry. I'm not...
There's nothing wrong with that.
You know what? I don't even have to apologize. This isn't even a real person. What the hell am I doing?
You're going to offend her.
I'm going to offend this drawing of this person. Anyway, I could try to rework this, but you guys already get the idea. Yeah, she's a little big.
She doesn't look as big in the silhouette, and I think that's the part of the problem too. I mean, she's pretty thick, but she doesn't look.
There's some stuff. Yeah, there's.
Let's see. Durkin says, I use a mouse when I color, and it just creates a ton more work, and it hurts my wrist after a while.
Baby, sissy.
Get one of those
carpal tunnel braces.
Those support braces.
All right. Okay. So I'm gonna try. This is gonna be my last hurrah with Mary plus size.
Mary
plus size.
I'm not trying to body shame the fictional person, but that she's wearing a choker too, and it's real thin. She has questionable style.
She's got her Freddy Krueger.
Wait, are we
on.
sure that's even Mary Jane? Because she has a birthmark by her eye.
Who else would he be talking to?
I don't know. I haven't read Spider-Man in a long time, but I don't think that's Mary Jane. I was trying real hard to be honest and nice in my description, says James.
I think, there we go. The simpler solution. Make the head bigger. All right. well, it's kind of helping. There's still some.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'm still standing by. I don't think that's Mary Jane, you guys.
Yeah, but you guys can kind of see where it's going. The drawing is still like she's a little wide right in here.
Yeah.
This arm starts working, but this hand looks too small now, in proportion to the head.
I think they're small to begin with, though.
Were they?
Yeah, like.
Well, I'm gonna lock this down.
Yeah, let's go
and
back
then
and forth.
see.
At least the one on the left side looks.
It's yeah. Well, they both are kind of. Mary plus size. So that's okay. So for this last panel, I think if the head was bigger, this hand, actually both hands were bigger, and then what I would do possibly, there's something really I can't put my, without totally structuring this up, I can't find this, but there's something in here.
Do you think it's the collar of the shirt and the choker, like, in conjunction with one another, looking really weird? Ooh, drawn through.
That's not even. Yeah, I would say the whole torso I think is probably wrong. Here's your center line here, somewhere like that. So I think if you brought this body in, because I think the chest would come somewhere like this, I think she's got monster. And those are pretty healthy what I drew there, but I think it would be if you guys can make this out, let me see if I can clarify now that I got my layers.
Oh, we got the small head underneath. She seems to be a hunchback.
Yeah, sorry guys, I'm kind of distorting.
Well, I think the hair shape doesn't help with that.
It's a little hunchbacky because I think it's supposed to be looking down on her, so it's like a down shot.
Yeah.
But yeah, the layers, I should have made another layer, so I ended up just kind of. I'll end up erasing through to the original layer, but I think you guys see it. I hope.
Yeah, I think it's readable.
Yeah, sometimes.
I'm watching from the audience here, so.
Yeah, sometimes I'm not sure how much this translates.
Oh, Asami Comics is here.
Asami!
Drawkin says, she looks a lot thicker than she would because of the sleeve being cut off. Sleeve? Those are...
Oh, right here. Yeah,
I was confused because she has, like, stripes on her shirt, so I couldn't tell where the sleeves ended.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that one isn't an easy fix. So let's go to page 2. Oh my gosh, he fell.
Aw.
Spider-Man just let him fall. Oh man.
It looks like it hurt too. His neck's all cracked.
That was totally unexpected. Man, Spider-Man's a jerk.
That Spider-Man looks a little... The face looks a little wide. I don't know if it's a stylistic thing or...
Okay, well, as always, we take it all in.
Ooh, cool
Layouts are really cool, guy. Thomas. I'm so used to not knowing their name.
Always good to include your name for this reason, you guys.
Composition, really good, guy. Person. Yeah. I'm going to go here first. So one thing as storytellers we don't want to do unless it's totally done on purpose, which sometimes Sometimes I'll do it, and sometimes storytellers do it, is where you have same size. So all three of those heads are roughly the same size. So it kind of works here. So maybe it was kind of like a 1, 2, 3 kind of movement. It's not bad, but I think what would make it more interesting is if keep this one this size. I like the way it fits in. Maybe make this one a little bit bigger and maybe make this one a little smaller.
Yeah. Good call.
So that might make it a little bit more dynamic. And there's something here that I am going to ask the chat. Okay, so in the panel before, he had the cell phone in his right hand. Keep that in mind, right hand. So he still has in the right hand, right hand. Is this his left hand?
Yes, it looks... Wait.
I don't know if this is a profile.
You know what? I can't tell either.
Or if this is supposed to be like a straight on shot, but you only see half of his head. I think it's supposed to be a profile.
Yeah, I think it is too.
And if it's a profile, then the phone is in the wrong hand. It's in his left hand versus his right hand. So
Spider-Man's head is upside down on panel 4. Let's focus on this panel for now.
Spider-Man's head is upside down in panel 4. What? Wait a minute.
Wait.
Am I missing something? 1, 2, 3, 4. Spider-Man's head is upside down. Am I missing
Is
something?
it the web pattern or something? It doesn't look upside down to me.
Anyways, I would love to have Blake come in and do some background assists.
They're really good.
These are really nice.
Title says, not sure I want the answer, but where does Spidey keep his phone?
The same place he puts his replacement.
He has a belt.
His replacement cartridges for his spider webbing.
He has a belt in this version, though. It's got little pouches on it.
That is a lie. How dare you?
He totally does. I saw it in the last page.
No, you're right. This is one of those tangent right up here, if you can see. So I think what I would do is just keep the buildings going. Or at least have them going past the frame here.
The panel layout is off. It doesn't quite flow right because you do panels 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 6.
What?
I don't know.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't have a problem.
I don't either. I actually think the layout's kind of cool.
I like the layout. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something.
By the way, I know you're making a joke about the phone. I don't know why I overly defended the pouches. This isn't my drawing, so I don't know why I got so defensive.
Taylor get territorial.
He has pouches, okay?
All right. I think the way the eye works is something like this. At a profile. And also sometimes what helps sell it is when this gets narrow on Spider-Man and then the part that comes forward is thicker. It kind of implies perspective. Like this part right here is coming closer and helps sell that the other part, this part is going away. And another thing, I know that Spider-Man's eye gets big. I know that. But, man, Spidey needs a top of a head.
Oh, that's a way... I personally think that's also just a way more aesthetically pleasing shape, too. I like when they indicate the nose a little more.
Let me see if I can do this.
I know when some people draw Spider-Man, they just do like a straight up, almost like an oval, but I like when there's some indication of the shape.
I didn't duplicate my layer. my layer. You know what? I'm going to switch this since... Give me a red. Since I'm using the red and white more than the black. So, yeah, if we get rid of that. So, that's my Spidey 2 cents. I know Mole Man is a thick guy. I love this face and the way he's, like Taylor said, he looks really jacked up.
He looks like he's in pain.
Yeah, Spider-Man's kind of a jerk. So, I believe this is his right leg because the way it's going over. I think it's a little too thick. So I'd bring it, I think I'd thin it out. And also keep in mind, you got to force the perspective. So this leg is further away, so it should be smaller anyway. That Spidey pose is pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
It's a pretty cool style, Thomas, and I'm not going to bust your hump, but you elongate limbs and torsos a little bit more, like in here, and some of the length of the legs and the arms. But if you could iron out some of the other problems that I brought up, you might be able to get away with that stylistically, because it's not bad. This fire and this explosion's pretty darn cool. This is a great composition. I like that composition a lot. And for some reason, I still do feel for that Mole Man.
I know. It's a really good gesturally.
The way his hand is all, or his head is all cocked like that. I think that probably, this saying that, possibly.
Oh, his hand's almost cropped off.
Yeah, it's just a weird non-committal. I think I would bring that hand into the composition a little bit more. And then let's see. So is that Spidey still on the phone?
That panel might be the weakest, in my opinion.
Yeah. Is this the same character? Or is this a different character?
I think it's him, just because the coat, but it does look...
I don't see the goggles, though.
No, he looks very different. A little inconsistent.
Yeah, all of this here is really unclear. So I'd clarify that. Spider-Man is really thick. Still on the phone. Yeah, thin out the arm. There's a lot of inconsistencies in your proportions. It looks like you're trying some different Spider-Man eye designs, but I'm not sure. Oh, gesundheit.
Bless you.
Usually this will go on for a while, guys, so...
Prep for sneezes. There's 7 panels there. Just delete it to bring it down to 6 panels.
Well, it could be 7 panels. Why can't it be 7 panels?
Yeah, I don't think it's totally necessary. Why doesn't Spidey just web his phone to his head, hands free while swinging? That's kind of a good idea. But then he couldn't get it off. He could just wear a Bluetooth headset.
It'd be like the one in the movie.
Khan Ratha, he has expressive mask technology.
Yes. I don't know. I applaud you trying to get the ear in, but one of the things I always thought was cool as a kid is that he didn't really have ears.
I don't think it's aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah, I don't really care for it.
The Spider-Man on panel 5 looks to panel 7, leading your eye, who's looking to panel 6. You guys are really, really tearing this layout apart for some reason. If you're looking at Spidey kind of from above and from the left, the first panel is fine, but the change of perspective is jarring, making me think about it rather than accept the flow. I don't know. I think that the shape you did art kind of fixed it.
I'm gonna have to analyze that because I don't see it. The only thing I see, but it kind of works emotionally, is that Spider-Man's looking this way and this guy's going this way, but it makes me kind of think like that they're separating. So the emotional part of it, not the emotional part, the action part of it or the storytelling part of it, it works. And then he turns and then he's gone. It's a match shot. So actually, now that I think about it, I understand this better. So I'm going to take back what I said about the sizes. So this is a match shot. So this is this guy gets up in the third panel. He's running towards the ledge of the building, and then he jumps off, apparently. So that's why those two panels are the same size.
Mm.
And Spider-Man needs a neck. So something.
Oh, yeah.
Something like that. Maybe even less neck. I always like Spider-Man when he's not too bulky. I like a more streamlined Spider-Man.
Yeah, same.
A more youthful or young.
I think it suits the suit design better.
Yeah, because also Spider-Man is, I've said it before, he's not like he works out. It's not the muscles. It's the fact that he's got that spider venom or whatever in his blood that makes him strong.
James says, so now Spidey has gone thick too. Yeah, I don't know if it's just his person's style. All of his figures look a little bit on the thicker side.
They're a little thick. Yeah, I would take the ear out. I'm not a real big fan of the ear on Spidey.
Me neither. There we go. That already looks better to me. Personally.
And if you're gonna do the tingles, man, commit to it. You know what? If you're gonna do tingles, commit or don't do it at all, man.
No small tingles.
We don't want small tingles here. You got to commit to your tingles. I know it sounds wrong. I did it on purpose. Because this show needs jibed up.
Getting edgy this time around.
I just think that they need to be just more possibly alarming.
There we go.
Maybe.
Those are some good Spidey sense tingles.
Whoop! He's gone. Actually, should he have been? Now that I think about it, his sense should have been tingling here.
And also, like.
Well, wait. Let me make my point. His spider sense should have been tingling here, like something's going on, right?
Because he's running away.
Because he's running away. Right here, it's like no duh, he's gone. Like, why would the? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm getting.
No, you're right, because like I don't think his Spidey senses are tingling by him turning around
He's
and noticing
seeing it.
someone is gone.
Yeah, like it's pretty obvious. Like he's gone.
I think anybody would realize he's gone.
Yeah, that's not a superpower. That's actual just yeah, he's gone. Sorry.
That's failed heat vision, not Spidey sense.
Sorry, Thomas.
Khan says, Spidey was interesting because he was a thin dude, so him lifting stuff like a car always seemed more, well, spectacular.
Yes. Well put. Well said. I stand by my slightly bigger. Since this is a match shot here, they're both shot at the same, the camera's not moving. This works. Plenty of room for dialogue. I don't know, guys. I know you had a little bit of problem with the layout and stuff, but I actually like this layout. And And let's see who's on the screen. He actually committed to these faces. That's pretty cool. Peace out, brother. Doo, 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 doo. Yeah, this drawing is real nice. Your understanding of perspective and backgrounds and things are pretty darn good there, Thomas. Thomas O'Malley. Okay, so, all right, before we go to the next page, what do you think, Taylor? There's something coming in, casting a shadow over Spider-Man? Something from over, say, here?
Yes.
An ominous presence coming in from this direction? I'm intrigued. Let's find out.
Ooh, next page.
Boom.
Ah!
Ah!
Wait, what is that?
I don't know, but it's scaring the crap out of me.
It's got lots of teeth.
It's got Antifas.
Ah! Wait, seriously, what is that?
And a lot of eyes. I don't know, but it's cool. Oh, it's the Mole Man. He's riding some kind of monster. Oh, that's cool.
I think it's got a round gullet.
I think Blake's got a future.
Pretty cool.
Wow, that's really cool. I don't know, it's kind of Joe Mad meets Ed McGuinness.
Where are the Spidey senses on the last panel? Should that be the one where he has Spidey senses?
All right. Okay.
You know, valid point.
Okay. All right.
Well, you got me there.
Okay, I just want to clarify something, you guys. I didn't draw this. Okay. Yeah, no, these, you know what, Blake? We're having fun here, but these are all great suggestions, and the chat is chiming in. And we kid because we're trying to keep it entertaining, but these are all pretty valid points, and we're all part of the community trying to help each other get better. I got my hump busted yesterday. I posted a shot that I thought was really cool, and then everybody roasted me and said that, what, is her neck broken?
Oh, what the heck?
Yeah, so I went late last night and I redrew the image. So
I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to show that to you. I was going to show it to you before this, but
I have to find out this way.
yeah, that was public humiliation. So welcome to the club.
No, I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah, because somebody said, "Oh, that looks painful." Like no one said, "Like, is her neck being broken?" But they were just like, "Ouch, that looks painful, uncomfortable."
Oh, we all make mistakes, I guess.
I try not to, because my mistakes, are pretty public.
No, we appreciate you guys submitting your artwork like this. I know that we're not picking on you. We're just the reason we have this much to say, I think, because he is so good. For Thomas.
Yeah, no, the thing is, I said it already, Thomas, you have a future. Work your butt off.
Hey, Pope Fire's here. Twee Fitty for a Starfire shout out.
Twee Fitty!
Shout out to Starfire.
Starfire, my peeps.
I'd hire this guy if I had the money, says Durakin. Pope Fire says, can I submit my art? Yes, we're looking for submissions right now. I'll post the link in the description after the video to our media fire. And if you submit your files, try to make them relatively high-res. Scans are always preferred. And please include your name in the file name. Yeah,
these are great scans. So try to make it on this level. I would say, Thomas, start looking at fists, even though this is smaller. This fist right here looks a little busted up. I'm going to try to structure it up with this mouse, give you maybe a way to think about the shape. I don't know if you, I don't know if you guys kind of small, but this, let me make it bigger because this is really tiny. But this fist is kind of coming in on itself too much. The wrist is too bent, and there's a lack of structure here. This face is really well done. So I would straighten the wrist out a little bit more and have it coming in at this angle. It looks less broken. It looks like the wrist is broken.
I think you guys can see gesturally.
Something like that. But that monster's pretty cool. This black is pretty bad. Shut your mouth.
James says, I want to see what you think of this. He did so much detail on Mole Man and the machine or creature that I want Spidey to be as detailed in the same panel. I kind of like the silhouette.
The reason I like the silhouette is because this thing could be casting shadow on him. It's so big. Because the previous page, storytelling-wise, there was this shadow coming down over him. So I thought at first I thought it was just a continuation, that this thing's kind of blocking out the light. Although this close-up, sometimes we play with light sources and things, just for dramatic reasons. So, and maybe in the color they could make this guy, like there's a shadow over him. I think it's, well, maybe storytelling-wise he picks the phone back up because the phone is away from his head here. So maybe he picks it back up and dials 911. And, oh, that's what it is. I knew there was something. This,
what is it?
It's this eye. The eye is, it should go all the way to the edge of his head.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I
yeah.
thought it was this one at first, but it's actually this one.
That's one of those things that, it's one of those things like I didn't see right away. Now that you mentioned it, I can't unsee it.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that actually works better for me.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, Thomas, just start drawing every day. Every day. Spend hours and hours and hours. You are so close, my friend, but it's going to take a lot more time. Some people are further away from it, but the reason I'm busting your hump here is because you're really, really close. You are inches away, but you're at the most critical inches. You're at the inches where people are going to judge you pretty harshly because it is really good. Because the reason they're going to judge you more harshly is because they're going to consider hiring you. So they're going to consider whether they want to spend money on you or not. So I would say you're probably 95% there. But that last 5% is going to be really, really tough because you're going to have to be able to learn to pull yourself away from your work and evaluate it quicker, identify it, fix it, and hopefully this helped because some of the stuff you do is a little thick. Let me see. That's not you. Your waist and some of your proportions are a little elongated, and the structure is a little weak. Some of your choices of hand positions, not the best. Kind of be an actor, get into the role, and feel how this character feels, think how this character feels, put yourself into that position, And most likely you'll be able to answer some of these questions, like what kind of hand positions, what kind of facial expressions, gestures, things like that. You have to become an actor on some level to make this stuff successful. She's a little thick. I know she's probably got a sweater or something on, but it wouldn't make her that thick. And so, as we pointed out, she's really thick in this. And even if she was a bigger gal, I still don't think it would be the way you drew it here.
I agree.
Excuse me. And then I think a simple solve is make the head bigger and then make the hands bigger. Would help out a lot. And possibly just move the chest up. Might be the simplest solve for that drawing, that panel. So here, I noticed on some of the shots, even now that I look at the Mole Man, you don't give a top of a head. So like the Spider-Man here, let me see if I can find your original. The head's way down here. So you can see how much I drew there to give him the top of a head. So I'm going to do, wait a minute. There we go. So the Mole Man, I'm drawing it a little too big, but
That seems like a...
Is it? Yeah.
That seems right. I was just gonna say that top of the head thing seems like a common thing.
With his work?
That just with like a lot of people in general that you've been reviewing here, it seems like a lot of people that are like close to being professionals still have little weird flaws like that, like proportionate stuff with the head in particular.
Yeah, that's why this is the toughest place for Thomas right now, because he's got to be really, really critical. He's got to really, really crack down and really evaluate what he's doing, because he is getting to the point where he's being considered good, he's being considered professional, and that's when the real scrutiny. Like I said, when people are going to start paying you for stuff, they want something of quality. They want it to be good. So they start evaluating more harshly. They start thinking about, is it worth it? Is it not worth it? They vote with their money. So you have to make sure that you give them their money's worth. So one of the common things I do see with your work, Thomas, is the head, the top of the heads. Like I said here, it's unreadable. There's the thickness problem again with his arm. This is big time too thick. It looks kind of like you're trying to do a down shot, but it really doesn't. It's not a down shot. It's like a straight on shot. Like your eye level is pretty much right here based on your rooftops. So your eye level's right here. So there's no way you'd really be looking down on him unless he was like a little kid down here, or he was really hunching over, which the gesture wouldn't work for being on the phone like that. And this is a little bit of a pet peeve now that I look at it. There's 3 fingers here. Just, even if it's just a bit of the other finger, bring it in there, because it starts making it look like he just has 3 fingers. And it start, like, your hands too, really start being critical on your hands.
It's little things like that though that I think elevate artwork.
Yeah, it's these little things, but these little things sometimes are the hardest to see because you are so close. The storytelling's good. You're way ahead of the pack on that. Try to think logically too with the storytelling. Like you have to think the character, because like the chat said, this is where the spider sense would really be tingling. based on that there's something off panel. So I would really have done it here. This inset panel is really nice. This is absolutely amazing. I don't know what it is, but it seems cool to me.
It is very cool.
And the gesture here of him riding this thing is really cool. The only thing I saw was the hand. The face was really nice. I don't mind this shadowed Spider-Man here. I think the weirder thing is this black, now that I look at it over here. I don't think this black is serving the image.
TC says, is there a past portfolio review episode where Art goes all Gordon Ramsay and chews someone out? That's not really what this is. I'll let you. I'll let you answer that.
That's a funny question, though. No, I don't think it's in my personality, to be honest. I think you would have to really get me agitated to get me to do that. Yeah, I don't know how that guy gets so fired up so quickly on that show.
We should let's everybody start a rumor there's like a deleted episode or something.
Yeah, where I just go off. Hey, I'm not saying I couldn't have a bad day and just somehow do it, but I think it's highly unlikely. We could do it just for fun, but I might hurt somebody's feelings.
I can submit mine and you can do it for fun.
But I couldn't do that because I have to see you every day. I'd be like, oh my gosh.
That's why it'd be funny, because then the next day I'd be like, well, I guess we're doing another one.
I guess we're doing another one. What do you have to say about that, huh, Art?
You like that one, huh?
Oh, you like his art? Yeah. Well, why don't you work with him?
James says, Art has always come across as more of a teacher in his reviews. EVS chews people out. I'm going to point out the webbing pattern in the last panel doesn't follow the contours of the face like it should.
Well, yeah, I was trying to not. Yeah, a lot of the webbing didn't work for me as well. Not just on this panel, but on some of the other ones. You know, with this undeveloped kind of side of the face, that's why it's always good to draw through. What I mean by drawing through it, I'm just going to do this really fast because I want to wrap the show up. But drawing through is kind of, like I said, this is going to be really bad. Is drawing through the panel, figuring out where everything's at. You know, I thought initially the eyes were too close. I still stand by it. I think the head, that jawline should come out more. But this will kind of give you an idea. You know what? Oh, no, it didn't work. What I'm talking about. Just draw through things and you'll find out, like, his top of his head's still a little small. But then this trajectory here of the jawline, you might not cut it in as far because you'll see how it's supposed to continue all the way down to the chin and the whole jaw. And it'll help you find the jawline and where the ear and stuff are placed, versus just kind of guessing at it. Close-ups they seem like they're easy because they're just a piece of it, right? It's like, oh, I don't have to draw the whole head. But they're actually harder in a lot of ways because you're not seeing the whole head. You're only seeing a piece. So you're kind of guessing at a lot of the positioning for ears and different key items on the head. Even though it's Spider-Man and you don't see him, you still have to kind of indicate those in the structure of it. Like I said, please don't judge me on that because it would be up a lot higher. But so what I do, and if you're working digitally, it's a lot easier. Draw the whole head. You don't have to draw it in detail, but draw the whole structure of the head and then just blow it up. Just blow it up to the size you want it to be. Or what I do when I'm working traditionally, which is mostly what I do, is I'll draw it on another sheet of paper. So I'll draw it small, like, you know, I mean, I'm not going to draw it as big as that. I mean, look at the paper. This is 11 by 17. That head is a third of the page.
Yeah, to scale,
it's
this
big.
is large.
It's really, really big. And also, when I draw big, I don't know about you guys in the chat or you, Taylor, I lose perspective sometimes if it's too big because my eye has to look throughout the drawing, but if it's smaller and I can see it in a glance, I can judge it better. I can see if it's working or not. So something like this, draw it not tiny, but draw it reasonable size, to where you can see it in a glance, and draw the whole thing in. You only have to draw the detail where you're going to see, but just the structure of it. And it will help because you won't do stuff like this. And I still see other professionals, and I do it too. Sometimes I get lazy and I think I know better and I don't draw the whole thing. So I end up guessing at where things are supposed to be versus really knowing them. So always draw through. I think once you do it a lot, like a lot of comic professionals don't need to do that as much because they understand, they draw, 10, 12 hours a day, and they've been drawing for years and years and years. So they understand shortcuts. But I don't have that kind of time logged in, even though I've been doing this for a long time, but I'm mostly an inker. So I still have to do these things. I still draw the whole thing out. I still, I don't trust myself because usually when I get into a position like that, I will almost always look back at it and go, why was I lazy? I should have just drawn the whole thing and then blew it up and then light boxed it onto the board or did it digitally. It's just, there's no shortcut. There's no easy way to do it. You just have to commit. You have to go all the way with this stuff. And I do think, Thomas Blake, you are so darn close to it. This is not a time to get lazy. This is a time to buckle down. I'm getting passionate about this because you really are close, and I want to motivate you in a good, positive way that I do believe you're about 95% there, but this 5% is going to be really, really tough for you. It's going to be hard because you have to learn to distance yourself from this, and you have to learn to see the flaws in your work. And I hope that this helped out. That I helped kind of guide you into a place where you could see maybe some of these flaws. And even in the chat was bringing up some good ideas too. So anyways, Blake, best of luck. And you know what, Blake, if you could, maybe in a couple months, practice and send me some new samples. I'd like to see them. I'd like to see your progress. And also give you some exposure here. Yes. Because there's been a couple people that have gotten professional work out of the portfolio reviews. So there is like a placement program here too. So, any way I can help, that's what it's all about. I always say paying it forward. So I'm trying to pay it forward to you guys because there were a lot of people in my past that helped me out and took time with me and showed me some stuff and helped me become a better artist, a more professional artist. So thanks to all those people. One of these days I think I've thanked some in the past, but I'll do a whole thank you episode and thank all those people. So was there anything else? Do we have any plugs? Do we have anything going on, Taylor?
James asked, Art and Taylor, are you going to do your Comicsgate video later tonight? We'll talk about stuff. We're going to do another video, I think, a little later. We'll talk about stuff in general. And I think, I'm trying to think of anything else to plug. We could talk about, if you guys don't know already, we have Black and White on Indiegogo still. It is in demand.
Can I go to it? Will I screw anything up?
They'll just see Google for a minute. You guys don't mind seeing Google for a hot minute?
Look at that Instagram.
Ooh. Oh, by the way, you should totally follow Art's social media. Like this Instagram.
Ooh, look at that. Ooh. Sweet Mamity Jamity.
That got sold, right?
Yeah, this was my my drawn and quartered.
Pretty cool. You guys should totally...
If Pope Fire's still in the chat, she owns this now.
That was a cool piece.
In all her glory. There's the my first... I think I got a gold. I got the belt for this one, so I won.
Nice.
And here's our Black and White. There's the lovely White.
That's one of my favorite pages, I think.
White Sung. This was a struggle. That was a struggle page.
Yeah, if you guys watch any of our past videos. And that's another thing, you guys. We're really close to monetization. So right now, liking videos like this and, of course, watching our content helps. But if you go back and watch some of our older videos too, that also counts towards our views. So rewatching stuff's appreciated. Who's that guy?
It's Lone Star, the heart of a hero. I think there's a color. Oh, there it is. This is Kyle Ritter.
Do we know who owns that piece? Somebody got it.
You know what? I think I gave it to Mike.
Yeah. Quick question. Is White's hair silver or is it a really light blonde? I think that's what you're asking.
I think it's as white can be. I don't think it's a silver.
It's like a cool based white, I think.
The reason her hair is, well, I'm not going to say.
Don't reveal it.
I'm not going to say. Look at that monkey.
Is Whitney platinum? Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Oh, I thought this was fun.
That was a cool piece.
You know what? Let's.
All right, we're supposed to go to the Indiegogo.
I'm easily sidetracked.
Yeah, but the Indiegogo, we are in demand right now. So if you want to still pick yourself up a copy of the book, a lot of our tiers are still open. If you want to get one of the bigger tiers. And if you guys want to see the mini print, there's a mini print that you guys can get there it is. It's exclusive to the ultimate tier. Look at it. Isn't that pretty cool?
It's an alternate version of White. I've been one of these days, guys, I have 25 years of alternate versions of these characters. I even have 2 different versions drawn. They're in layout form, but they're drawn out. Actually, I have one here.
Ooh.
So they're all kind of drawn like this. So this is how I storytell. So I have issues and issues of stuff like that. So she was one of the incarnations that actually saw all the way to ink and color. And this was colored by the brilliant Snakebite.
Let me see. Durakin says, I'm coloring her in some fan arts. I'm trying to figure out her colors. Oh. Ooh, when you finish that, definitely send it over.
Yes, we love fan art. So
awesome.
yeah, this might help you with the hair color.
Yeah, that's a good example.
Yeah, I like that, the way that was done.
Jam says, thank you for doing these portfolio reviews. They're really informative.
Oh, you're welcome.
But yeah, here's our latest stretch goal, which is 46K. It's the button set, and it's 3 collector's buttons. So that is we just added that not that long ago.
The badges, wear your black and white badge.
Yes.
Yeah, with honor. So yeah, we put the 46 in between the 40 and 50 to try to kind of inspire us to get to that 50K quicker. If and when we get, when we get to 50K, Taylor and I will be able to do a lot of extra stuff.
Yes.
One of the main things is make these YouTube channels a lot smoother, get some better equipment, and get a second computer, one for upstairs in the studio, Hack Shack Studios North.
Yes.
So
studio upgrades are a must.
So if you get a book now, you get this absolutely free.
Yes.
The double-sided bookmark. You get the Stick It to the Bots stretch goal sticker. You get the mini print with the brilliant layout by Tag.
And the brilliant RT Bear artwork. Get some.
Get on it.
Ooh.
Get on it. So yeah, so we have the calendar.
Countless calendar.
The calendar. The only thing is you guys are gonna miss
maybe a little bit.
Yeah, you might miss some of January. So we should start shipping in late January. But you'll have 11 months to enjoy the calendar with. And this is the one Taylor wanted.
Yes, this is one of my favorites. This is the embroidered patch, and it's going to be really cool. It's perfect for putting on a shoulder of your jacket, I'm thinking. That's where I'm going to reserve space for mine.
Yes, backpacks. It's good to put on backpacks. Yeah.
Hats, maybe.
Hats.
I like a good patched up jacket, though.
We'll have some made. So then here's the cover. There's our little Hack Shack logo right there.
Let's see.
There's the Capullo variant. Greg Capullo and I did this 25 years ago.
And we still have the tier open where you can get both covers and an ash can.
Yeah.
For a little bit of a deal, if you guys want to get in on that. Like I said, right now we have a lot of our. There's a few tiers that have been sold out, but we have a lot of our tiers still available for now.
Yeah, we've been talking about possibly shutting some of them down just to simplify the campaign. But once again, we got some talking to do. We got some decisions to make. So here is an actual page from the book. So we got that.
Yeah, there's a couple sneak peeks on here.
We got
another way. Sorry to interrupt.
No, go ahead.
If you guys want to get like first run at sneak peeks of the book, you can join the newsletter, which will also be linked in the description, and that's usually where they show up first, and that's where the black and white news usually drops early.
Ooh.
As well as website news. We're going to be having a Black Friday sale on the Art by T Bear website. And if you want to be kept up to date on that, I highly recommend joining that newsletter on artbytbear.com.
Yes. I think yesterday we just posted a bunch of behind the scenes stuff.
Yes, we did.
In the newsletter.
I don't think we've really posted it anywhere else.
Not yet.
Yet.
Yeah. So this is the campaign, guys. Please check it out. Pick up a book. We're still working on it. Later today, Taylor and I are going to go back up to the studio. We're going to do some work on it, get some pages done for you guys, get them out to the colorist. So I wanted to take a moment to thank you guys so much for getting us to 43. Gosh, it's so hard to say. It's a big number, Taylor. 43,236. That's incredible.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. And we have 811 of you to thank. So thanks, guys. Let's keep moving this. The bigger the success is, the more we're going to be able to do these for you. We have other projects planned. In the immediate future, definitely a volume 2 of Black and White, which will be the follow-up, the conclusion, basically, to this part 1. So anyways, thank you so much. Thanks for sending your work. Thanks for letting me review it. And you guys have a great day. And we hope to see you soon upstairs, Hack Shack North. We're going to do a hacks chat. We're going to be drawing for you and just talking.
And spread the word about the portfolio reviews. We are open for submissions right now.
And like and subscribe.
Yes, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications.